It's amazing to me that from your childhood in Pennsylvania,
Yes.
that somehow you found a path to this music.
Yeah.
What was there music in your grandparents' house?
Well, you know, as a little kid, I used to do a lot of improvising because my grandmother was a beautiful singer, and she played the piano. And my great-grandfather, who was from the Native American, was a wonderful painter, but they said he had a wonderful singing voice. And of course, my grandfather, when he got drunk, which was most of the time, loved to sing, but you know, he wasn't that good. But my grandmother was very good. But what I did as a kid, I used to sing just like, kind of like improvising, like on Native American kind of things, which I'm bringing more into my music now, you know, which is not anything written down or special, but, you know, it always gets an audience. I was like, wow, where did that come from, you know? That sounded very American Indian. I said, well, it is, I guess. It comes from in here, in my soul.
Wow.
You know, so I take off on that kind of a thing. When I was little, I used to have to pass a graveyard, so I was always like improvising, singing to the hills, you know. Plus, I was a Fred Astaire freak, so I'd walk 2 miles, scrub a woman's floor, walk 2 miles from the money she gave me, and go see Fred Astaire in South Fork, Pennsylvania, just so I could try to learn those songs. Heaven, I'm in heaven, right? Oh, may oh, way, ya, hi-ya, way. Poor Tim, what's she doing? Hey, oh,
Wow. That's a nice little bridge there between those two things.
Yeah, it's all music.
Yeah,
it's
for
all
sure.
music, Monk.
I wondered if I played a blues on the piano, if you would improvise something.
Sure, absolutely. Can you play it in G? I know you can. So do me a blues in G.
All right.
A blues in G. Here's the time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope my piano is in tune. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hope my piano is in tune. I want to thank you both for coming up here today. And I want to thank you, Monk, because you decided to play the blues. The blues. Everybody gets the blues. Well, I was born in Detroit, Michigan, back in 28? How dare you? Born in Detroit, Michigan. November the 18th, 1928, Mickey Mouse's birthday. But my mother, she was only 16 years old and she wasn't married until the night I was born. So she sent me to live with my grandparents in a small coal mining town in Pennsylvania state. Grew up with the coal miners, singing in the beer garden every Saturday night. The miners used to sit around and drink their beer and whiskey and sing their songs, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Rarely, 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 rarely did they ever fight. Well, I moved back to Detroit, Michigan when I was about 14. You know that age, right?
Oh, indeed.
Hanging down at the Club Sudan. Well, that was everybody's scene. You didn't have to be 21 years old to get in there. It was just a place for kids to play and sing. Well, we were always chasing Charlie Parker I think he wrote that song for us, chasing the bird, chasing the bird. When he used to play at the Club Elsino, where you had to be 21 years old to get in. I used to forge my mother's birth certificate, wore a hat with a veil, high-heeled shoes that were killing my feet, smoking my Lucky Strike cigarettes. I was going to get in the door to hear the bird, but the man said, I think you better be home doing your homework. So we went round in the alley, sitting on the garbage cans. Me and Tommy Flanagan and Kenny Burrell and Barry Harris. Bird knew we were there. And he opened up the door and he played his heart out for us. Oh, what a treat, 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 what a treat. For a 15-year-old kid that loved jazz. Well, if it wasn't for jazz music, I wouldn't be alive today. If it wasn't for jazz music, I wouldn't be alive today. Because back when I was just a skinny little kid by the nickname of Jeannie Dawson, running down on John R. in Detroit, Michigan, so I could buy all those 78 records to hear Bud Powell and Thelonious Monk and Miles Davis and Roy Haynes and Max Roach and Duke Ellington and Count Basie and Lester Young and Fats Navarro and Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan and Billie Holiday. And on and on and on and on. I wouldn't be up here in my house in Hunter's Land, New York, with Monk Rose singing for you today. Oh, no, no,